Hey there, welcome back to Sea Power. The Soviets have occupied the Canary Islands, and our intelligence agencies have reported that the Polovik Gagarin, the Admiral Lazarev-class battlecruiser armed with the latest of Soviet hypersonic technology, is patrolling around the Canary Islands. They're carrying the SSN-28 Spectre with a range of 505 miles. That ship must be sunk. Unlucky for the Soviets, we have our own hypersonic weaponry, the RGM-110B Tempest. They think that we are developing our hypersonic missiles, but they will learn today that our missile is fully functional. Okay, command to the Missouri and all four of our latest destroyers, the Barcelona class. These destroyers are carrying 8 Tempests each. Boston, an Allied class attack sub, has been patrolling around the Canary Islands waiting for orders. There's a Soviet supply ship convoy that needs to be sunk. Okay. So what are we getting today? We are, of course, getting Missouri. And here we have those new hypersonic war missiles, or hypersonic missiles. The Tempest. Range, 428 knots. Oh, sorry, 428 miles. Speed, 3,500 knots. That's fast. Tempest hypersonic anti-ship missile, the Thasham. Okay. So where can we find... Holy moly, it's busy. Where can we find our target? Because I think it might very well be one of these. But I better have an ID first. 26 miles out. We're at periscope depth. Okay, I can use that. Towed array up.
Raise the ESM mast.
Nothing on ESM. Okay, lower ESM. Raise periscope. Merchant. Downscope.
Downscope.
Okay, so these gentlemen. One of these is generating 59 decibels. And based on its position in the formation, it's either this one, I'd say, or this one. Because they're well protected. They're flanked. They got something guarding their stern. Right. We also have A6s. Armed with a couple of paveways. That's going to be an interesting asset to try and get in there. Yes. Hostile ships confirmed. Types unknown. We have them on passive from Boston. Yeah, don't know what that is yet. Don't know what that is yet. What's the range relative? 200 miles, so it's a hop, skip, and a jump for those extremely long-range missiles of mine. We're rushing in at 32 knots. These things are nice. So you got lots and lots and lots of Standard Missile 2 Block 3. Ranging out to 105 miles. Impressive. You got Tomahawks. You got Harpoons. And you got those Tempests. I don't know how good the Soviets are going to be to intercept Tempests, but let's see. As for these jammers,
Roger.
push them forward.
0, 2, 3.
What is this? We have an armed biz jet armed with 2 X sets. Okay. Oh, we even got B-52s with a Kalasm. Interesting. I'm gonna be careful where I point this thing, because there appears to be no shortage of just neutral naval shipping around. Gotta be careful with that. E3, activate.
Air search on. Radar high.
There we go. There's a Sverdlov? What the hell are you doing here? And second question, who's that with you? I need you to start chatting to me very, very quickly. Okay, you're friendly. Well, neutral anyway. How deep is it here? Oh, deep enough. 3,500 feet. I can disappear if I want to. Sending out a couple of torpedoes is most likely not going to work. Because they probably will spot them. And promptly squash them with the RBUs. As well as send some torpedoes back at me. So I've got to be careful with that. These A6s with their paveways... I'm not sure what role they're going to have for me yet. Does not respond. Do I really need to send my armed bizjet after you to check you out?
VID check.
I wouldn't really know what else to do with this guy. Okay, I got, what, 1 B-52? 3. That's 60 missiles? Okay. Well, keep in mind, we're not just hunting any old Kirov. This is some very advanced weapon prototype. So if I want to hit these things, I probably want to do it all at the same time. But first, I want to jam them. You guys are just going to hold here. I'm going to wait for the EA6s to get in here. I mean, eventually. And we're also going to have to figure out what that other contact is. We do have him on the search radar. We don't know anything else. Could be any number of things at this point. You are an airliner. Okay. Now, I'm not terribly worried about the Sverdlov. Because this is basically a gold... well, a good old gun cruiser. It cannot do a whole lot beyond that. What I can try and do is eliminate it from afar with a couple of harpoons. Or tomahawks. I just don't know how much it's going to get protection from its friend here, 7003. You guys also carry long-range tomahawks? No. What's the Sea Lance? Standoff anti-submarine weapon with a range of 35 miles. That is some serious anti-standoff or standoff weaponry. Cannot do that above 25 knots. Too slow. Sorry, too fast. Okay, so these are land attackers. That basically only gives me Missouri and her firepower. So I could send 8 Tomahawk land... no. Yeah, 8 Tomahawk anti-ship missiles at these 2 targets. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. The alternative would be to wait. And maybe have the A6s strike. It'd be a weird way to go about it, but... well, if this thing isn't armed with a lot of missiles, I guess it might just work out. And then maybe Boston can soften up the operation here. Wait. This is a landing force. That's the landing force that they were talking about. This is not the target, not the target. So what precisely is 7003? Because I don't mind just bumping off a landing force with Boston. I can easily do that. But where's their cutoff? That's the real question. More contacts. One identified as a Grisha 3. And over here, there's something else. Rushing in at 29 knots. Coming in from the north. Now, if this is a Grisha 3, I'm thinking this is a hostile unit as well. And same for this one. So these 3 are targets.
On station.
I just don't know for what platform yet. Grisha 3 isn't terribly deadly. It's annoying, especially if you're a submarine, but it's not terribly deadly. I could throw a couple of my Kalasms at him. I don't know, two a pop? Giving me still 54 missiles. I don't need to send missiles after this, that's for sure. Yeah, why not?
Engage track 702. Engage track 7023. Engaging track 70.
If I'm not mistaken, this is going to mean that they will all fire one missile a pop. How many do we have airborne? Yes. They sent one against each of the targets. That's exactly what I wanted. One against each of the targets. So now we have 3 missiles going in per target. That's interesting. You don't have a hangar. You're not what I'm looking for. You're not my mark. So what about you? That's an Udaloy. What the hell is going on? Where's my big target? Where is he? Maybe it's here. More and more ships are starting to get detected coming in from due north. So maybe that is where we're actually going to be looking for our targets. In the meanwhile, I first want to see how this strike pans out. Because these couple of cruise missiles shouldn't have that much of a deal damaging and just destroying a couple of Grishas. Come on. 16 miles out. Yeah, we got a second hostile contact. 2 very large and a large. Missile cruiser. And something else. What? You what? Where the fuck did that come from? You've been hit by an AA-8? Well, this is problematic. That was my aerial observation. Okay, lovely. Guess we'll do it without. Come on. Really? You're going for chaff. Please tell me you're not. Hit. Intercepted. And you got chaffed. That's a pretty piss poor performance out of these couple of cruise missiles. Activate your air search.
Surface search on. Radar eye.
Tell me what you are. You're a neutral airliner. Okay. And that's an... Oh, that's an Udaloy. Yeah. That'll make elimination of the Sverdlov more difficult. Because they're very, very good escorts. Do we know what these are? You're the Udaloy. You got 2 Udaloys escorting you. Okay. Dealing with 1 Udaloy escort is difficult. Dealing with 2 on top of dealing with a missile cruiser along the lines of a Kirov or a Kirov++. That's a very tough nut to crack. Very tough nut. Maybe with jamming I can get something done, but
Roger. Turn 194.
it won't be pretty. Yeah, just
Engaging
see if you can get a missile off against this Udaloy.
03.
Even if it is just one strike, we knock off her radar, and Udaloys become a bit more manageable. We do need to close in a bit, though. As for these, with their laser-guided bombs,
36. Roger.
I'm not sure. Like, I'll more likely fly in here than there. But I could also use these as their aerial observation. Just turn their radar on.
Surface search on. Radar eye.
Nah.
Roger.
We'll put them in harm's way.
1. Roger. Turn 1.
We'll put them in harm's way. Range, 31 miles. You only got your small search radars on. Like your, what is that, your search radar or your nav radar? It's not the air search. Range, 24 miles.
Whip it away.
Is it? Yes.
Whip it away.
Let's see if these will burn through. Get through those Udaloy's missiles defenses. Come on, come on, come on.
On station.
And there come the missiles. Missile intercepted. And intercepted. And that exactly right there is the problem with that type of surface unit.
Engage track.
They are so ridiculously good
3.
at defeating your missiles that, well, it's not impossible to break through, but you need a lot of assets to do it. And given what I know about that,
Whip it away.
I'm not that eager to send all my B-52s and their remaining missiles after it. Oh, come on, you're only engaging him with one? That'll make it a bit easy for him to stop that. And these are laser-guided bombs. Why could you not just give me harpoons?
Whip it away.
Udaloy most likely... There you go, sending again. And intercepted. Awful attacks on my part so far. Really poorly executed. Nah, I'm not going to push these guys into their deaths.
Roger. Turn.
Not against an Udaloy, there's no point. There's just no point. Let the situation develop here. I want to see what this turns into. I want to see what its capabilities are. And then, I might need to use some of those hypersonic weapons to deal with this Udaloy. Not sure if it can. And especially, I don't know if I have enough missiles. Because I got 32 of those missiles total. 32 Tempest. Yeah, I can send 2 from each ship after the Udaloy. Let's do that right now.
Engaging track.
2.
7, 0, 0, 3. Salvo fire.
That's a Sea Lance Tempest. 2.
Engaging track 7003. Salvo
The only
fire.
hypersonic weapon I've fired in this game has been the one
Engaging track
originating from Zumwalt.
7003.
I wasn't terribly impressed with
Salvo
those.
fire.
Don't know how well these will do.
Engaging track 7003.
So let's see.
Salvo fire. Bulldog away. Track 7003. Roger. Turn 1.
Trying to get in line with that missiles.
4, 5.
Speed. 3,000 knots. Jesus. Topping out at 3,500 knots. Yeah, that's not going to give you a whole lot of time to intercept, is it? That's not going to give you a whole lot of time to intercept. Good. But how deadly are they, really? Maintaining speed, 3,500 knots.
1, 4.
Wait, what? You hit what? You hit a merchant? The Arab Dabor? Did you hit this? What's your problem? Come on. Okay, Udaloy. Udaloy is trying to fight back. Hit.
7003.
Well, even an Udaloy can't stop a hypersonic. Let alone 6. He did. So that leaves you, Svetlov. I can engage you with harpoon. No, yeah. Well, I could wait for harpoons to get into range.
On station.
But I can just use a couple of tomahawks now. So let's send a couple of tomahawks after you. Yeah, I'm not going to use them for anything else anyway.
Engage
Send it.
track 7012. Salvo fire. Bulldog away. Track 7012. Bulldog away. Track 7012.
Alright. We still got Grishas here that we need to search for.
On station.
And these things are racing south at 30 knots. There he is. There's the big guy. I wonder if we can break through these missile defenses with the amount of missiles we got left. Let's find out. One bouquet of tomahawks. Target Svetlov. They're doing their level best, trying to shoot some missiles down. They managed to get one with the Sea-Wiz, another one with the 100mm guns, another one with the Sea-Wiz. You're that good? Surely we can get at least one hit. 1, 2. And that makes me really quite happy that I spent that many tomahawks at it. Otherwise, they would have probably intercepted all of them. Right now, I think it's dead. Just about as dead as this merchant, which got hit by a couple of hypersonic missiles. The poor bastard. In the meanwhile, Boston is getting into range of these surface skimmers. I mean, these targets. We have a range of 20 miles. Those boats are not particularly good at getting out of the way. So, I can already start sending some torpedoes after it. I'm gonna get a little closer, like 14, 13 miles. And then I'm gonna start sending it. Alright, Boston, your move. Let's go sink a landing force. One target. Alligator. Rogov. Alligator. One spare. That spare is one that's gonna be just mine. I might need to send it around to the other Rogov. Because right now, I'm not 100% convinced that it'll do what I want it to do. So I'm just going to send it out, and we'll talk to it, and make sure that it listens and does what I need it to do by just arcing around a target. As for the guys here, they're still just racing down at 30 knots. I'm not sure where they're hoping to go. I'm thankfully keeping an eye on them. And a plan is starting to develop, where I'm thinking of sending all B-52s broadside into, or at least their missiles, broadside into one of these targets, particularly this Udaloy here. And with that, make their formation a little bit less secure on one side. So that once I attack from the south, of course, it doesn't really matter where you attack from, they've got a large enough AA umbrella as is, they will start to take more losses. So let's get to work on that. I'm gonna send everything I have against the Udaloy. And I don't know, whatever you got left against 7013, 7130. This means that not all of my missiles will arrive at the same time. Not the ones from the SAG Freedom down there. The reason for this is that I don't know how to time it well enough to have all of these missiles arrive at the same time as the rest of them. Gentlemen, that is insufficient.
Roger, turn 0.
That is woefully insufficient.
Whip it away. Whip it away. Whip it away. Whip it away.
Go. Okay, I believe that now all of the B-52s have actually expended their ammunition. You're still... Good lord, what's your problem? Why do I need to micro you as much as I do?
Engage track 7035. Salvo fire. Engage track.
It's the Lazarev. Here we go. That's the hostile.
7. Salvo fire.
What can that thing do?
Whip it away.
SAN6BAS.
Away.
Okay, 105 miles. There's the SSN-28. That's the Hypersonic standoff anti-ship missile. Okay. The rest of it seems to be fairly box standard. Hefty Silex with a range of 47 miles though. Damn it, you guys are still carrying 5 missiles. Get with it.
Engaging track 7097.
And your friend too.
Fire. Engage track 7097. Salvo fire.
Come on, boys. Overwhelmed missile defenses kind of relies upon the fact that you'll throw them out at once. Target not in firing arcs.
Whip it away.
Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're all empty. Good. Much better. Alright, torpedo attack. This is the last torpedo, so I can still talk to this one. With the torpedoes in the water, I'm going to leave you for part 2. Part 2 is coming up tomorrow, unless you're a member, in which case you can watch it right away. Thank you for watching, hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you soon for part 2.